Hi guys, Ronda Winstead here with you. Hello, hello, hello. So today I am switching it completely up and I am going back to do another video that I did, a few years ago that has been somewhat popular still, and that was a Christmas in July for a Kleenex holder, a simple Kleenex holder. And so we're going back and we're doing that again. And for those that are new, welcome to my channel. I do a lot of journaling and making of ephemera and journal pages, etc., all of that fun using mixed media a lot. But I also do some quilting, that type of thing. I haven't done as much, but periodically I put my fingers kind of back in it because I am a former quilter turned junk journal artist, whatever, however you want to say it, but I still love quilts and sewing and that type of thing. And so that's what we're doing today. So hello in case I didn't say hello yet, I love you guys. Thank you for being here with me and spending a little bit of time, and let's just get started. So I've got my sewing machine out and I am going to show you how to do these again. This was the original one, and it's just super simple. You can see it's got the tissue holder inside. You can pick these up at the dollar store for very little. I don't remember what it was, but like a dollar. Is it $1 a quarter now? It used to be the dollar store, now it's $1 a quarter. Can't remember, but there were 4 to a package. But what I did on these was I actually tailored it just a little bit more, and let me zoom in on that for you so you can see the corners. So it's just a really nice, fits the size of the Kleenex holder just perfectly. This is still very attractive, and I think I see nothing wrong with this, but I thought that I would go a step further for those of you that would like, and tailor this just a little bit. So let's go through the items that you are going to need. 2 pieces of fabric. You're going to need, and I use a cotton because I am a quilter, and 100% cottons are fabulous. You don't have to use that, but I find that it works better if you use something that isn't super bulky and easy to sew. I would stay away from silks. Anything that's hard to sew, don't even go there. You might not have a great experience. So I thought, these are fall, and then I thought what I would do is do a couple of Christmas ones that we could do together. All right, so 1 piece of fabric will be 5.5 inches wide by 6.5 inches long. 5.5 inches wide by 6.5 inches long. The second piece of fabric will be 5.5 inches wide by 7.5 inches long. Super simple. So basically you're just doing an inch more, and the bigger piece will be your lining fabric. This is what the bigger piece is. It's my lining, as you can see on the inside if we open that up, okay? So you determine that, and then you're going to go to your sewing machine and you're going to stitch 1/4 of an inch, and I have somewhere here, somewhere over the rainbow. It's a little awkward for me because I'm not used to sewing on this side, okay? So let's put that out so you can see a little bit. So I have 1/4 of an inch foot here, and I am going to stitch that across. Where's my foot pedal? Everything's weird. Okay. So we will just stitch that across. You can certainly put pins in here to hold it. That's absolutely cool. Then we will trim, and then we will go ahead and do the other side. 5.5 inches wide, remember. Now, if you had these are a standard size for the small tissue paper holders. Small packages of tissues would be a better way to explain that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I am going to trim this down because I don't want any bulk there. So let me bring in my rotary cutter. You don't have to have a rotary cutter. You don't have to have a mat board. You can use scissors. There's not a problem with that. And I'm just trimming off about 1/8 of an inch. Okay? That is to save bulk. Now what I'm going to do is turn this right side out, and I am going to just kind of finger press one side and then move it and finger press the other side. And then she said, ooh, isn't this going to be pretty? This is going to be a gorgeous one. Okay, so now I'm going to take this to my iron, which is out of range. I'm sorry that you can't see it, but I can't get everything. But I'm giving it a good press, okay? All right. I've given it a nice press so it's down flat. And then what I'm going to do is, now this is my wrong side. Remember not wrong side. This is my lining. So now I'm going to just kind of eyeball to get this in the middle. So let's just kind of, that looks pretty good. And now I am going to put some pins to hold that. And I want that to be really close together, okay? And let's go ahead and do the same. And let's see, let's zoom in on that so you can see that a little bit better up close. We'll excuse the reach. And now we will take this and we will stitch 1/4 of an inch on both sides. Okay? Whoops, whoops, whoops. Trying to remember to in and out, zoom, zoom. This is something that is so fun, so simple. I mean, you can custom this to basically anything. if you're giving these as gifts, I mean, it can be, this is a perfect time of year now, really, to start, if you like to sew and make things for your grandkids, for your kids, for friends, family. This is perfect time for just a fun way to do that. And this is also, okay, so now I want to show you this. So if we were just to turn this, then this is our basic, let me grab a bone folder, and let's just move that out, like a so, like a so. Okay. Now, I'm going to take this and give this a quick press, and I'll be right back. Don't run away, you guys. We are going to now do the next step if you want to really tailor and custom this, okay? This is perfect as it is. Let me just take one of these tissue packages and just slip it in here. I haven't gotten to the store to get any more yet. I need to do that. But just so you can see, there you go. How, 5 minutes, 10 minutes at the most, and you have this wonderful, fun gift that you can give. Okay, now what we're going to do, let's turn it back out, wrong sides, and we're going to give it the custom look. Okay, so what I want to do, let's zoom in for this part. You'll want to watch carefully if you've never done this before. See my line here from where I pressed it? I want that to line up with my seam line. I want this line to line up with this line. And that's why I press that. Because that's going to give the right, that's going to give the right angle. Now I'm going to set that down, and I am going to use, you use whatever, whatever works for you. Actually, I won't use that because I can't reach it carefully without breaking. I've got my sewing stuff all over the place. Okay, so I have one of these square quilting squares, and it has a line corner to corner. You can see that. I'm lining that corner up with my line here. And I'm going to go just a smidgen over the half mark. And then let's get a pen, and I'm going to mark that. Well, I didn't do a very good job of marking that. Let's do it again so you can see. I want you to be really comfortable with this. Okay? Okay. So there's my stitch line. That is going to be my stitch line. So I'm just putting a pin to hold that in place. I'm switching. This is my 1/4 inch foot. I'm switching it for my regular foot. Let's see. Get that back. Switching that back out. And then I'm going to stitch. And I know you can't see this very well, and I apologize for that, but at least it gives you an idea. Okay. So we'll trim that. We'll take the pin out, and then let's just continue and do all of them, all 4 of them. And then you will see the magic, my dears. And people will be like, oh, you did this? You made this? You'd be like, oh, yeah, you know, all in a day's whatever, yeah. So I'm lining it up again, giving it just that little tiny bit. I'm taking mine in just about 1/2 inch or so. Okay, and then we will put the pin in, and we will stitch another one. By the way, does anyone have any suggestions? You know, I used to be an avid reader too, but I haven't really for a couple of years. And I want to do some of that, but I don't know what to look for. I don't know what's good. I like a series if they're kind of, you know, sort of self-contained. Lining that up with this, okay. And measuring just about 1/2 inch or so. Doesn't have to be perfect. This just gives it that extra little, I don't know, you know. I don't even know what to say. I'm like, it just gives it an extra little touch, but I don't speak French and I don't speak anything, you know, to be, anyway, I just sound dumb. Okay, so we're ready to do the last one, and keeping in mind, I am folding these over the same direction, so it's just easier. Okay, and there's my line. That feels pretty good. So we will measure this. So anyway, if you have any suggestions of series, now I like a historical fiction, but I like let's see, Jennifer Shiverini, I think she did the quilt series. She did a bunch of those. I loved hers, and somebody Snelling that had historical. I read all of hers. I'm not a, I like Christian fiction, but I don't like Pollyanna type, you know, because life is a lot more complicated than what some authors, you know, purport. And no offense to any author at all, but if it doesn't catch my interest in, you know, just a few paragraphs, I won't read it. Okay, now what we're going to do is snip off. Ah! Oh no, she said, as she screams. Oh, you're cutting me. Yes, darling, we are. But you're going to be beautiful. Now, I don't think I have to tell you that you shouldn't cut beyond your stitching. Please tell me I don't need to go into that much detail. Okay, alrighty. You guys are great. You guys are great. You know, I know I would love to be the type of artist and creator that I could give you a video every day, but that's just not gonna happen. It's just not. That's not me. Yeah. Do I love some creators and watch their videos every day? Yeah. Gail comes to mind, and some others. Okay. See? Perfect. It just fits. You've got a great little gift So I think we're going to call that good for this video, my dears. Yeah. Oh, I have a holder with no tissue to go in it yet, but that's okay. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed that. And for those of you of my wonderful friends and subscribers that are not into the quilting, I hope you still had a good time and that you can appreciate, even though that's just kind of not your thing, because I understand that. And I watch videos too that I appreciate it and I think it's super fun for them, but that I won't do. It's just it's just a way of spending time together, regardless. But if it is something, oh, did you see hubby walking across from the doorway? He's outside doing something. I don't know what. So pretty soon I'm gonna head for my radiation treatment number 12. 12. After today, I only have 8 more. Yay! All right, guys, I love you. Have a fabulous day, and we will be back soon. Bye now.